Sure, but like assuming it's irrelevant because I fucked up. Like that's what actually happened. What actually happened is I messed up, and that should have happened on the first turn of the game, and then we would have gotten another dredge on that turn, and we would have gotten a Narcomoeba into play without him being able to Deathrite Shaman it. Like just a bunch of that. That was all because I didn't understand that I needed to cycle, and retain priority and crack the LED in response. Like that's 100%. I that thought occurred to me, and then my brain went somewhere else, and I didn't do it. So, you know, we're gonna go ahead and play some Epic Storm here because this deck is it's definitely more reasonable than Dredge. This deck fights through hate cards very well, and it can still kill people on the first turn of the game. So, I've not ever played Pauper Caw-Blade. That is a negative. People, I mean, lots of bad decks are sweet. You know, so we got 20 points back at least. It cost us $6 to play Dredge. Let's play Storm. We'll play Big Red at some point again. The Big Red deck is very good. It's definitely reasonable. What does this hand do? This hand has a lot of mana in it. Around the play. So this hand, hypothetically, let's say we hit a land with this Cataxian Probe. And then we put Ritual under here. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. That's good enough. This hand's probably supposed to be a mulligan. Any thoughts? This probably just isn't good enough. Even on the play, it's probably even worse. This hand's fine. It's got a bunch of mana and some cantrips. If I see like an LED or a tutor on top of our deck, we'll probably just like play the fetch land pass and then draw that on our turn. Chrome Mox will just top that, and we're going to ponder on turn 1 here. This hand is definitely much better, I agree. Those cards seem good, right? Draw the Delta, no. Could be a Delver deck, could be a Mirror, Pseudo Mirror. Most of the people that play Storm Online don't play Test, they play Ant. I'm going to play the fetch land first, so that way, in case he dazes us, we can just crack the fetch. Another tutor. Test stands for the Epic Storm. So I think we're putting back tutor and Chrome Mox here. Yeah. And then we're shipping the turn. Maybe I'm supposed to go for it there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we're 1 mana short, right? Deathray Shaman. Okay, so opponent's playing a fair deck, probably Delver. I'm gonna crack the fetch land here because we're looking for either more mana or like Duress or Cabal Therapy. Brainstorm's not bad. That could be both of those things. Monty with the donation towards the Charlotte Fund. Thank you. I appreciate the support. I really do. So, do we just like YOLO for it here? I feel like this is a YOLO moment. Thanks, Shazdoom. I feel like we're just supposed to like go all in. We could wish for disruption. Shardless can't play Ponder, yeah. Like, we only lose to Force. If we don't shove, yeah, I think it's, of course it's a YOLO moment. Yep. YOLO Swaggins. This is my Lion's Eye Diamond. This is my Petal. This is my Petal. This is my Petal. This is my Dark Ritual. Are you thinking about forcing my Dark Ritual? Seriously? This is real life? Maybe he thinks I have Empty the Warrens as my last card in my hand. Storm count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, I hope he forces this. Unless he has 2 forces. If he has 2 forces, I'd force this. If he forces this, we crack Infernal Tutor. All right, well. had to make it an even number. Thank you, Ian. I appreciate that. No! What the? No! Well, my control key apparently not working. Got us. I guess we would have just gotten empty there. That's fine, I guess. Well, that worked out. That worked out far better than expected. All right. Well, there's a Burning Wish on top of our deck. Actually, you know what? I think not cracking LED is right there. I was going to crack the LED, but like if that tutor resolves, we just get empty and then empty off the Lotus Petals and keep the LED. The fact that we have a Burning Wish on top of our deck makes that okay. Yeah, I think that was actually optimal to not crack the LED there. We don't have diminishing returns, and you don't really want diminishing returns against you don't generally want diminishing returns against blue decks. We could get Past in Flames here. So like these are the things we can get. Nope, we knew the Burning Wish was there. We brainstormed last turn. We knew Burning. The next card is a Rite in Flame. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. We could cast Burning Wish. We're 1 mana short of petitioning for... So we should just wish for petition this turn, right? And then next turn we can cast petition and crack LED? Yeah, that seems fine. Let's just cast this. Get Dark Petition. Burning Wish only gets sorceries. Ad Nauseam is an instant. FYI. So just that's why that's not good. Womp womp. So if we would have gotten Past in Flames last turn, we would have only had 2 extra mana. Yeah, getting Past in Flames wasn't very good either, because we'd only have we have 6 mana here, so we would have had 2 extra mana. So we would have like Dark Ritual plus 1 cantrip. That's not very good. I mean, we could have cast it immediately and done actual nothing with it. So that's, you know, that's... And our life total is slowly ticking away here, which is not good. It means Ad Nauseam is going to be much worse. Like, we could have made, like, 6 goblins that turn. We could have, like, Burning Wished for petition and then petitioned for empty and made 6 goblins. But 6 goblins isn't going to beat a Deathrite Shaman. Alright, well, therapy means that if we draw action in the next turn or two, we can check and make sure the coast is clear before going for it. pretty much just said. You like when Tess had what's return for someone who's new to the deck. What's return? Diminishing returns is what you're saying? That's the card you're talking about? Like, I've thought about diminishing returns as well. Cook insisted that Past in Flames was better than diminishing returns, and Cook definitely has more experience with the deck than probably anyone. So I'm just like, yeah, okay. GG. Iggy. Yeah, Iggy would have been okay. The problem with diminishing returns is that, like, a lot of the decks, like, where you diminishing returns, the decks where you have diminishing returns, they have forces. You don't want to go off with diminishing returns against force decks because then they just like draw into their force card. Like, okay, so against Bug Delver, Grixis, we're supposed to add a Bayou, cut a Chromox. Okay. This hand seems fine. I'm a sucker for this. This hand's like speculative. It needs help, but I'm a sucker for probe therapy on one. Well, I guess we're taking his therapies away. Right? I'm just supposed to therapy his therapies? See Pikachu on screen there. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate the support. He I let in the Badlands, so I think he might just Wasteland us on one. Cage isn't a problem. We almost never go off with Past in Flames in this deck. Yeah, the cage doesn't matter. Like, the cage is only relevant against the one Grafdigger's cage in our sideboard that we just don't have to wish for. Cage doesn't do much against Tess. And that's one of the reasons why Tess is good too. Like, you often kill them through Rest in Peace and Grafdigger's cage. You just don't care. Cage isn't a good sideboard card against Tess. It's good against Ant because Ant is a Past in Flames deck. Tess is more of a is an ad nauseum deck. Two Wastelands, all right. He chose not to shuffle, so that's probably not great for us. We could kill him here with a good Brainstorm, right? With the Dark Ritual and the LED? Yeah, I'm going to probe again. And then a good Brainstorm can kill him, so... Now we don't even need a good Brainstorm. We just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I can Brainstorm just to generate Storm and then make a bunch of Goblins. Now we could go off with... Oh, yeah, now we can just try and kill him this turn instead of going for Goblins. So let's go... Dark Ritual. We could make a bunch of Goblins, or we could try and kill him this turn since we hit LED Tutor. Holding control. Holding control. Crack for black. Crack for red. Get ad nauseam. We're a little bit low on life. All right. Looking for mana. That's good. We do still have an empty in our deck, so when we get to 4, we probably need to stop. And there's the empty. All right, nope, we're done. So we're dead to bolt here. So what are we doing? We're casting Dark Ritual. I don't think we actually have enough mana to kill him this turn, right? We could make a lot of goblins, but we're still dead to bolt no matter how we cut it, right? So this is 1 mana. We don't have enough mana to do that. Mana is the bottleneck right now. Yeah, Chrome Mox and then cast Brainstorm, I think. Yeah. We'll start with a Brainstorm here, see if we can kill him this turn. Yeah, like we're going to go off with empty if we don't Brainstorm into something good here. There wasn't a Tendril line. There wasn't. It didn't exist. So we'll go ahead and crack this for... I guess we could ponder here. We know his hand. Yeah, we're just hoping not to get bolted, basically. So we're gonna go ahead and we know most of his hand at least. I'm gonna start with a. I guess we'll Cabal Therapy, naming Young Pyromancer. Alright, and then he concedes because he knows his top card. Sweet. Alright. Okay. That's why we keep the empty in the deck, I guess. That's a bit too complicated, just scoop. Yeah, we can flashback therapies after empty too. Yeah, we thought we knew all the cards in his hand. I like the Storm deck a lot. This deck has sweet lines. And like you're not just dead to a pile of interaction in addition to be able to kill them fast. Tendrils is basically always in the sideboard. Empty is our main deck win condition. I think we have to mulligan this. Like, if he just discards the Ad Nauseam, we're in a world of hurt. Like, we have a bunch of lands. Yeah, this hand's very good. Is that good? I can't tell if that's good. I guess we have 2 probes. So we could, like, probe. I think this is fine. A few draw steps, a few draws with the probes to try and hit. Like, worst case, we just slide it under Chrome Mox. I guess maybe we want to bottom it because this hand's soft to Thoughtseize, and if he Thoughtseizes the Wish, we need to get to a Tutor or another Wish. Let's see what we're looking at here. He's definitely a Daze deck, and Daze is pretty good against the hand that we have. So, probe you. Is he thinking about dazing this? Okay. His hand's not very good against Daze to begin with, so I think we're gonna do it again. has a force too. His hand is very, very good. And a wasteland. Might just be passing the turn here. Alright, Winter Ponder. Probably one of our better draws. Probe, Ritual. Yeah, I think we just have to shuffle here. I think we're playing this and putting Infernal Tutor on and then Burning Wishing for Thoughtseize. Yeah, that seems good. Yeah, I like Burning Wish for Thoughtseize. He forced the Burning Wish. Sure. That seems good for us. So his hand is Brainstorm, Wasteland, one card we don't know. He might be aggressive and Brainstorm in response here. Ponder, sure. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana next turn. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Chose not to shuffle. That's not good for us. You know he at least has Brainstorm. Force, Ponder, yep. So if we hit like another Dark Ritual or a Lotus Petal or an LED here, we can tutor and make goblins. Cantrip was the worst possible draw. Happy Easter, Logan. Happy Easter to everyone here in chat. Thanks for choosing to spend your holiday here with us, watching some Magic goodness here. So his hand is Brainstorm X. It's not the worst since we have a Ponder, I guess. Looking for more mana, another LED here. Lotus Petals. Lotus Petal good enough? We have 1, 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lotus Petal would make 7 mana. Yeah, sorry. OBS claims I was connected that whole time, so it must be on a Twitch issue. Sorry about that. OBS is the software I use to connect to Twitch. So, are we just supposed to try and kill him this turn? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Petal makes 7 mana, so we just like have to go off with Ad Nauseam from 6. I think that's our best line to win, in all honesty. No, and actually, maybe I was supposed to just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I was supposed to just not even cast the Ponder there. If he has Daze or Force or Spell Pierce or Fluster Storm, like just like any counter spell he can cast, we're going to lose here. But and in all reality, we're probably going to lose anyways because trying to Ad Nauseam him from 6 life is just like, it's a tall order. It's not very likely to happen. And he like pretty good chance he has a counter spell here anyways. Yeah. So like if we would have just like assuming we draw off the top of our deck. I guess we knew these two, so that wouldn't yeah. We are very likely dead even without him having the force there. I have killed from that low before, but it's very unlikely. I mean, I have Cockatrice installed. I was literally playing New Standard last night. Played a few matches. Hope everyone's having a good afternoon. We got almost 1,000 people hanging out here, so welcome to all of you. I appreciate you choosing to spend your Easter evening or afternoon or night, wherever you're at, with us here playing some Magical cards. If it's your first time, welcome at the stream. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I am a grinder on the SCG Tour. I'm currently ranked first on their tour. This is our first 12-hour stream of the year here. We play Constructed Magic and Constructed Hex. And Constructed Magic, we play Standard, Modern, Legacy, and Pauper. And Hex, there's only one constructed format, so we play that there. And we're going to do 12-hour streams every time we hit my targeted sub goals. So for this first one, we hit 100 subs and resubs. That's great. I really appreciate all those folks supporting us. So if you're enjoying the content I'm putting on here, I'd appreciate it if you'd show your support by using the follow or sub buttons below. Both of those help us out a lot. Unfortunately, speaking from experience, streaming things like Cockatrice and X-Mage do not attract viewers. So this deck, so a lot of the decks we've lost a lot of matches today, but like the Acid Trip deck in Pauper isn't very good. Dredge isn't a very good Legacy deck. This deck is solidly tier 2, but it's powerful. I've 3-2'd and 2-3'd almost every league I've played with it. I 4-1'd one of them. It's reasonably consistent, and it's still powerful and does fun things. So this is definitely what I want to play for the rest of this league at the very least. I have no idea the GP is 2 months away. Like, people, you don't plan that far ahead. I don't think that card is very good at all. You can read about my opinions on some of the spoilers here. Yeah, if we play more Pauper today, it's definitely going to be the Teachings deck. Pikachu running on screen there. A bunch of new people with the follows. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Tess is faster than Ant and has more utility because it has access to Burning Wish. Basically, Ant plays a little bit bigger rituals, and Ant is a Past in Flames deck, so it suffers from different pieces of hate like Grafdigger's Cage and Rust in Peace more than Tess does. I don't even know that Ant is more resilient. Like, people keep saying that, but I would almost put money on no one's actually done any type of study to prove that that is the case, because it's really difficult to actually show that. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. We're on the draw. We have a probe. We could imprint a Brainstorm on Chrome Mox and Brainstorm, like... Counterspell, Brainstorm, Plow. Okay. No, we need to work around. If this Brainstorm's really good, we could kill him. That's not bad either. Maybe I'm supposed to probe again there. Before... Yeah, I think I should have probed before casting the Chrome Mox, but I'm definitely going to probe before casting this Brainstorm. Because we want just, like, the highest chance of hitting a land here. So my sequencing was a little bit awkward there. Fetch land, fetch land, fetch land. Well, that's not good. That's not my website. It's just someone I write for, and they must be having server issues, because they worked the other day. I guess I'll send the editor an email. Alright, so we got punished by not finding a land drop. Did we get punished? So what can we do here? We can't cast Ad Nauseam this turn. We would have needed to hold the probe. We're 1 mana short. So this cast Ponder. Yeah. And unfortunately, he's just going to get to see too many cards next turn to be able to just try and go for it next turn. I think we put Ad Nauseam, Tutor, and then we pass the turn here. And then next turn, we'll lead on... Next turn we'll lead on. You can't lead on Ponder because he has Counterspell. Yeah, I think we're still just supposed to lead on Ponder. Yeah, that's really bad. Magic fanboys, you can't count. That doesn't add up to 5 mana. That's not how Magic works. This was bad. He's just gonna brainstorm in response. Yeah. So we got a little bit unlucky to not hit a land in all of these cards, but this was a bad play. Petal, Chrome, LED. Yeah, that's great. And then he casts Counterspell and we lose the game. So, yeah, opponent's playing Counterbalance. They're not playing High Tide. So I'm supposed to cut Chrome Mox, 2 Ponder, a Lotus Petal, a Swamp, and an Empty. I'm supposed to bring in Bayou, Thoughtseize, Abrupt Decay. If I would have held the second probe, I wouldn't have probed before the brainstorm. I hadn't considered LED as an out. We have more lands than LED does, so I don't think you're supposed to do that. This hand seems super reasonable. If we would have held the second probe, we could have brainstormed the Ad Nauseam back to the top of the library, gone petal, LED, probe, crack LED in response to the probe, and then Ad Nauseamed him. But Tin Fins is worse than Dredge, and that's saying something. I want to set the bar nice and low. I think I want to get Bayou here. Nah, I guess I'm going to have to draw another land to cast Abrupt Decay at some point anyways. Top Counterbalance. At least we had Thoughtseize on one. Do we just take top here? Well, let's take Counterbalance. That might be wrong, but... Can we kill him here? No, we can't, right? Because we can't cast all of these rituals. So I think we go put Volk back, put Burning Wish back, crack this, play Ponder. Well, we don't want all of those. We're looking for discard spells or mana. Discard spell is great. Sweet. Fetch land's a very good draw because it lets him reset his top of his deck. Petal. So we have how much mana here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think we're just supposed to Cabal Therapy here, naming Snapcaster Mage, I think, just to take away his blue card. Yeah, I'm going to name Snapcaster to take away his blue card. And that way he can't top into Force. Yeah, so we should be good here unless there's a... You're the best.
Hot.
Thank you. So are you. All right. So Rite of Flame. So he has to just like naturally find the ad nauseum here, or find the counterspell. So he has to like shuffle and then draw, or have had Spell Pierce or Flusterstorm sitting on top of his deck. That was my wife. We haven't played a land yet this game, right? We can draw till we go to 2. Okay, we're at 2, so I have to stop. I actually didn't have hit enough mana, did we? Do we have to keep going? I think we have to keep going. I think we need an LED or a Rite in Flame, don't we? LED plus Dark Ritual isn't good enough, right? Because this doesn't let us cast... This doesn't let us cast the Burning Wish. Like this is... We play a land, we cast Dark Ritual, we can't cast Burning Wish. Like that's... We're out of mana in the pool. I think we have to keep going. We need a Petal, or we boarded out the Chrome boxes. We need a Petal or another LED. Well, we could always just wait and try and kill him next turn, right? I probably shouldn't have hit again because now I can't crack fetch lands. Not being able to crack fetch lands is a big deal. 'Cause, 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 No, we don't. We don't have empty in the deck. We boarded out in this matchup. We can't empty. We boarded empty out. You're supposed to board empty out in this matchup. No, there's no tendrils in the main deck. This is not Ant. This is Tess. Well, I'm not missing anything, right? We just... I should have played the LED out. That was a mistake. Good night, Magus. No, you cannot use it as a mana source to cast Wish. So, pretty dead now.
They don't want to be upstairs anymore,
That's fine.
so you might want to shut your gate.
Oh. Alright, so we're going to play Petal out here. I think we're just passing. Yeah. Maybe I should have kept the Petal. Yeah, I'm going to duress him.
Are you going to shut that?
How you doing, toddler? I'll take away his predict. He's probably just like floating. He's very likely just floating a counterspell on top of his deck at this point, so we're probably just hosed. The fact that we boarded out all of the Chrome Mox has definitely hurt us this game. Yep. I believe we know this is a fetch land on top of the deck. That's a brainstorm. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just try and generate storm and hope there's nothing good on top of his deck. That's actually pretty good. So we can do put this back and put this back. And go 1, 2, 3.
Why are you getting mad?
So we go Dark Ritual here, puts us to 3 mana. And then we can Infernal Tutor for an LED. Yeah.
See, out. Up.
Get Lion's Eye Diamond here. LED. LED. And again, if he has a counterspell on top of his deck, we're not gonna win at this point. So we go ahead and Cabal Therapy.
Out. Okay, stop doing that.
Can you put Daniel on?
I'm trying. It's not working.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and crack red. Hold down this, play this, make black, make red, make blue. And then assuming there's not a counterspell on top of his deck, we can kill him.
You do it.
All right. Well, it looks like this is working. No, he hasn't responded. Oh, all right. Yeah. So what's the storm count now? Storm count is 10. All right. Wow. So we could get Fluster Stormed here, right? Like that's the out. Wow. All right. Well, his draw was as miserable as ours. Ours was slightly less miserable. I kind of want an extra Chrome Mox in the deck. Brian said to take all of them out, though. I'm gonna change one thing from his sideboarding. I'm gonna leave his Thoughtseize in the sideboard because occasionally we like to Burning Wish for Thoughtseize in this matchup. So, all right. And then there was a third game. Apologies for the tiny angry child. He gets cranky. LED needs the restriction so you can't use it to cast spells from your hand. That's why LED has that restriction. Otherwise, it could be actual Black Lotus for like cards in your hand. And then that's way too good. So this hand isn't quick. It doesn't kill them super fast, but it does have plenty of mana, and it's got a Burning Wish and it's got Disruption. So we are going to go ahead and duress. Actually, we're going to probe first, and then we'll duress on one if he has a counterbalance we want to take away. He has 2 counterbalances. All right. Well, and there's the Terminus people were saying he doesn't have in his deck. He definitely has Terminus in his deck post board. Cabal Therapy. This deck plays 12 lands, 13 lands, 13 lands. Well, I guess we're duressing one of these, so that way... I should have played the Underground Sea in case we draw Brainstorm. We're duressing one of these counterbalances, that way we only have to draw 1 Abrupt Decay. A sick Cabal Therapy would have been so good there. My wife does not play Magic. Drew a third counterbalance, sure. Drew a sixth land, alright. You know. That's fine, at least he doesn't have a clock, we've got time here. Alright, he has Island there. He's going to crack the fetch to get another reveal. It is a Pizza Hot Pocket, so kind of. And then he's going to Red Elemental Blast this. Now there's a Jace on top of his deck, so he has a way to set up his counterbalances and really unfortunate they had the Reb there, because that would allow us to get these extra lands out of our hand. So here's Jace. So this was a top is really the last thing he needs, but like this is really, he definitely needed that. He needed a way to start winning the game. This game's likely over. Like I'm assuming there's a 1-drop on top of his deck right now. All right, this is resolving, so maybe we have a chance. Or he's just revealing with the second one. Alright. And we draw our 6th land in our 13 land deck, and then he blind flips to the counterbalance. It's probably a good time to pack it in. Belcher would have lost to all of these things much harder than we did here, so... This deck at least has some maneuvering to it. This is TESS, which stands for the Epic Storm. All right. Well, we need to 3-2 this league or better, or 2-3 this league or better, in order for the play points to keep going. The uptime is inaccurate because Twitch choked and died about 2 hours ago, so we've been going for, this is about 7 hours now. We're going to finish out this league with Storm, and then I think we're going to switch over to Hex for the remainder of the evening after that. You get 6 play points because when they converted it from Phantom points, they converted in weird amounts. So, 3 more matches with this bad boy. Those matches are at least a lot closer. Like the Dredge deck, we just got slaughtered. Probably not playing that one again on stream ever again. G Duggar with the follow. Thank you for that. Appreciate the support. Yeah, the result is 6 play points you can never use. Correct. Welcome to Magic Online. Please enjoy your stay. I generally don't... There aren't... Legacy... SCG doesn't really have Legacy events anymore. They have Legacy Classics on Sundays, and I've been day 2ing most of the Opens I've been playing. In fact, I've only missed day 2 in 1 Open this first season, so... No, probably not. Yep, after we finish out this Legacy League, we're gonna switch over and play some Hex. I've got Sapphire Ruby Azure Cannon built in Hex right now, and I've been doing pretty well with it. We 5-2'd my first gauntlet with it, and I think I'm 4-1 in my second one right now. I have no idea what I'd play. Like Legacy, the last Legacy Open I played all in red. Legacy's pretty high variance just because of like the power level of all of the cards involved. Like powerful cards lead to swinging games, which leads to more variance. So much waiting, Worth. like people just like have this illusion that they like to think that they're smarter than they are. They're like brainstorm's super hard to play, and like cantrips like reduce all my variance, and everything's super consistent and the same. Well, your cantrips can't reduce variance if you're just like dying in the first few turns of the game, which happens occasionally. Like Legacy has a lot of both ends of the spectrum, which is frustrating. Like it has like these really deep and intricate and interactive games. It also has games where like someone just like loses before they draw a card. Like the best description I can give of Hex is Hex's Magic Plus. It's a very, very similar game where you have interaction and instant and quick actions, they call it, so you can interact on your opponent's turn. But the game has the resource system. I like it a bit better. You don't have to like keep track of like tapping lands and things like that. But there still has a resource system, unlike Hearthstone, where you just like get a thing every turn. And the champions that Hex has add a really nice set of dynamics to the game. Both from the fact that it's a neat information game where you kind of have some idea of what deck your opponent is playing when you first start based on what champion they're playing, and the champion abilities give you a really nice additive, so flooding is less detrimental in Hex as it is in Magic. So on average, your decks play a little bit more resources than they do in Magic because you don't get punished as badly when you draw too many resources because your champion ability helps mitigate that flood a little bit. If you're interested in checking out Hex before we get started, I have an intro guide that kind of talks about the differences between Magic and Hex and like how to best get started, like recommended decks to check out, stuff like that. Sorry for the delay in between matches here. Looks like the Legacy match, they're taking a little while to fire. And the Hex client is pretty. You're not wrong about that. Yeah, it's funny. So my primary computer here that I'm streaming from is a Linux computer, and Hex runs better on Linux via Wine than Magic Online actually runs on Windows, which is kind of depressing since Windows is the only platform Magic Online supports. I have a 100 gig set aside just for a Windows VM that is here 100% just to run Magic Online. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take some of whatever you make.
Do you want that after I hop on it?
Yeah, that's fine. Do we have sour cream?
It's the only reason I'm making them. Why wouldn't you give me those?
Oh, I didn't know there was another one. Thank you. It's not RAM, I said storage space. My computer does have 16 gigs of RAM, though, basically for playing Magic Online. You could probably play Hex on your Chromebook through Wine. Like, Hex runs on my regular netbook through Wine, so... This hand just, it would be Keep of the Land, but it just doesn't have a land, so we're going to get rid of it. Well, this hand's very good. I'm a sucker for probe therapy. Let's say it again. And the nice thing is, even though we have a fetch land, yep, we will take a Lion's Eye Diamond, so we can probe before we fetch here to keep that Lion's Eye Diamond. So let's take a look at what our opponent's doing here. Show and Tell, Ugin, Bojuka Bog, Ancient Stirrings. Well, we're going to take the Show and Tell because it pitches to Force, I think. Or maybe we're just cantripping on one here. Yeah, I just, like, don't care about anything he's doing, right? Yeah, I think I'm going to get Underground Sea and Ponder. Hex is a lot cheaper than Magic, and a lot cheaper than Magic Online. I think we're supposed to shuffle here because we don't have. If I would have gotten Volcanic Island here, we could keep these, but we just have to have a red mana for this Burning Wish. Yep, shuffle. Dark Ritual chose to shuffle. All right. Man, yeah, I probably should have gotten Volcanic Island. I don't know. I wanted to be able to cast Cabal Therapy. So we're looking for a Lotus Petal or a red land here. Yeah, and Hex you can play for actual no money. Like, you get free cards when you sign up. So, yeah, opponent's playing 12 post. Magnum, you asked about decks to get started with. Something like Death and Taxes or Elves. Elves is probably a really good choice. It's a powerful deck that can have linear draws, but also allows you some interaction. So. The pricing of cards on paper versus Magic Online makes very little sense. Which deck are you playing, Shrouded? All right. Do I care about crop rotation? So we can't go off with goblins because crop rotation gets, I guess we could go ball therapy this if we wanted to go off with goblins, but crop rotation gets tabernacle. Swamp, that's annoying. I'm going to take his crop rotation away. So we need red mana. Hey, Maxter Blaster. What's going on, mate? It's also possible I'm just supposed to take his Show and Tell away there because, again, he could draw a Force of Will and then have that as a blue card, or he could just draw Fatty. Hex does not have mobile versions yet. Candle, sure. So his hand is Show and Tell, Ugin, 2 cards we don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't really started thinking about like the concept of brewing in Pauper. So now we need a red card or a red land. All right, well, there's a red land. He could have Force at this point, but I think we're just getting worse the more we wait here. So we're just gonna go for it. We don't play this deck to not go for it. So when we get Force, we'll just concede. Engage control key, cast this. So, I guess I don't have to crack the LEDs here because we have 5. I'm going to get Dark Petition and then Ad Nauseam here. So, yeah, I guess I'm just going to let this... I'm just going to pass priority here. And now in response to this, we'll crack for black and red. I guess I didn't have to crack both LEDs here because, yeah, I shouldn't have cracked both LEDs. If we get forced here, I could have had an LED as a leftover because this gives us 3 mana. So we could have Ad Nauseam without cracking both LEDs here. I suppose you could have another crop rotation. Think about like crop rotating to stop my spell mastery. Maybe a second Bojuka Bog. Oh, he has a Vesuva to copy Bojuka Bog to stop my spell mastery. Sure. That's fine. So this isn't going to make mana for us, but we had way more than enough mana this game, so... So we're going to go ahead and grab... I really wish I knew what the storm count was. I guess we can count it here. So we cast... Ritual... What cards did we cast this game turn? We cast Ritual, LED, LED, Burning Wish, Petition, Chrome Mox. That's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8. So we can just get Burning Wishes 9, Tendrils kill him. Oh, we could bring up Empty. Yeah, good call. So storm count is 8. So this makes storm count 9. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so he's dead. So we just Burning Wish... Get Tendrils and he dies. No, storm count was 8. Nice, nice. Tendrils for 20. It also counts opponent spells. Yeah, so the crop rotation, we actually didn't even need his crop rotation there. We were going to get him without it because we're 2 over. But I guess if he hadn't fetched and hadn't crop rotated, we couldn't have Tendrilled him that turn. But no, we would have been able to because we would have had 2 more mana and we could have tutored for Burning Wish for Tendrils to kill him. I wonder if Cloud Post is on. Show and tell. So against Sneak and Show, he cuts Empty, Chrome Mox, and brings in 2 Thoughtseize. That seems reasonable in this matchup too. Because we can't go off with Empty because he has Glacial Chasm, and he has Glacial Chasm and Tabernacle. This seems fine. Go ahead and submit. I top 16 to Grand Prix one time in 2013, I think it was. I don't really play in Grand Prix. I've never played on a PT. He plays Trinisphere. Are we supposed to keep this? This is kind of slow, and it doesn't have any disruption. Yeah, I'm going to mulligan this. This is not great, but it's 6. I think it's a keep. Hey, I'll top that. We can tutor's one of the things we're looking for. Wow. What a savage lucker. This okay, so either our opponent's name in chat? Wow. That's just like this is either a ghost, there's either a ghost in the castle or he's just very very lucky. Ugh.
Hey.
And yeah, yeah, okay. Well, I guess we'll concede to the pithing needle of my 2 cards in my hand and then randomly surgical a ponder because I have another one. Not. Yeah.
Piece of rose, piece of rose, piece of rose, piece of rose.
I'm just gonna block my hand and make this one game. This one game. So apologies. I know this won't be as interesting for you all, but it looks like we're gonna mulligan out of this game. I just mulliganed to no land 6/7 into a no land 6. That's fine. There's not gonna be much of a game. No, 5's not bad. Oh, I said something to him in chat. Don't worry. I asked him if he was enjoying the stream. He acted offended when I asked him that. Well, mulligan. It looks like we're gonna die. Needed to hit a land on that brainstorm or the ponder. I'm assuming his hand has Force, Spell Pierce, or Flusterstorm in it, based on the fact that he kept and his hand really hasn't done anything. I don't think I want any of these cards. I think I want like a probe or another discard spell. So I'm going to go ahead and therapy naming Force here, I think. Warping Whale. Alright. That's some tech. Leo? Hello, Ghost. The ghost is in the castle. I'm gonna take... Alright, well, he saw my cards here, Thought-Knots here, so he's probably gonna take my Lion's Eye Diamond, I assume. I love when people say that the streamer's getting help from chat. There's a reason why chat lethal is a meme. Like, not to mention that playing distracted is much worse. Like, I'm trying to read a chat, and I'm trying to make sure the stream is still going, and, like, all these other things that are going on top of trying to play the game. My win percentage while streaming is much lower than my win percentage while just playing Magic Online. Hopefully we draw an LED or a Petal here, and then we can just try and kill him, I think. Land is actually the worst draw in the deck. Because if we would have drawn like a Petal here, we could have tutored for Ritual and then gone Ritual, tutor, so it would be 5. And I guess we'd be 1 short still. I mean, no one plays perfectly, and occasionally we mention, like, getting useful help from chat, but... I mean, he can't hardcast Force of Will, so we got that going for us. Probably just getting Warping Wailed next turn. Well, we're gonna go for it. I don't feed the trolls. That's just like, you know, you just don't feed the trolls. And like probably just dead here. We're just going for it and gonna get forced or Flusterstormed or something and just go to the next match. Yeah, last game our opponent cast a Pithing Needle on the fetch lands in our hand. Like, you shouldn't even bring in Pithing Needle against Storm, because Pithing Needle does stone nothing unless you're tagging their fetch lands. And then he Surgical'd a Ponder when we had Ponder in hand turn 1. The only reason to do that is if you know I have a Ponder in my hand. Maybe he has stone nothing. Maybe he just has a bunch of clunky cards in his hand. Or he has Spell Pierce. Okay. Why even bother trolling, man? Yeah, you're correct. Surgical shuffles, but we didn't know the contents of any of the cards in our library when he surgical us. In fact, we had literally just shuffled the Ponder that was in our graveyard that he surgicaled. So the only reason to surgical the Ponder is to look at our hand or get the Ponder that you know is there. Like... It's fine. We're playing for like literal bison bucks here. We're playing for the entertainment of the stream. Like I just put the hand blocker up to give us a better chance to. You can't needle Ellie. You can name Lion's Eye Diamond with Pithing Needle. You are correct. It doesn't do anything. It's fine. If people want to ghost the stream, they're perfectly allowed to do that. Just like when they're obviously ghosting, we're allowed to block my hand with a thing. Like, it's fine. Like, people are allowed to be scum, and I'm allowed to prevent them from being scum. Like, it's fine. I'm not complaining about it. That's the way it is. Needle and Revoker are different cards, that is correct. Revoker can turn off LED and mana abilities from Lotus Petal. Pithing Needle cannot. Revoker stops mana abilities, Pithing Needle does not. And you're right. If I didn't want to get ghosted on occasion, I just wouldn't stream Magic Online. But that's fine. Like, we're playing a format that's just like it's mostly irrelevant in terms of competitive play. We're just playing it because it's a blast. Because killing people on turn one occasionally is great. Thanks, DB. Can you do that? Yes, that is a legal play. You are allowed to make that play legally within the rules of the game. The 100 ticket challenge is still going on. I think there's 4 or 5 of us that are 5-1 or better right now, and I am one of those. We have one more week of round robin play this week, and then the top 4 playoff is in 2 weeks. Yeah, so there's 4 of us 5-1 or better right now, Durfiend. And normally, like, ghosting, especially in leagues, isn't a big thing, but, like, the legacy leagues are taking especially long to fire today, so, like, there's plenty of time for someone to see that I'm sitting here waiting to queue and then jump in the queue, so. This hand's very good. It's got mana, it's got tutor, it's got disruption. It's a little bit soft to a wasteland if we don't find another land in a couple of turns, but it's reasonabler than that. Okay, so opponent's playing Shardless Bug. And our probe's not the worst. As I've said many times this stream, just huge sucker for probe therapy. Okay, we're gonna take his Hymn to Torok away. Alright, we drew another land. That's sweet. So we had like LED this turn, he could die. Another therapy, alright, well, we'll just take away all his toys. I think I'm gonna probe first here. So he's pretty far off of casting Jace. I might take Goyf Shardless Agent here, just to like keep his pressure off. Can we kill him now? So we have 1, 2... Oh no, we have to empty our hand for Infernal Tutor to work. Alright, yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get Badlands here. We're gonna go ahead and Therapy. Actually, I am gonna take away Jason Shardless here because that means he won't have a blue card to pitch to Force of Will if he draws it next turn. So we're hoping to draw some kind of... we're hoping to draw... not a discard spell, basically. Just Goyf, not him. Yeah, sweet. A mana source would be great. Another ritual, LED, petal, even a land is fine. Not a discard spell. Cantrip's actually not great for us. Although cantrip into LED is fine. So we play this. We play Rite of Flame. We play Dark Ritual. I guess I should have counted this. I'm just assuming this is more than enough mana. Yeah, it is. Alright, engage control. Cast Infernal Tutor. Crack. Lion's Eye Diamond for black. Grab Ad Nauseam. Cast Ad Nauseam. We haven't even played a land yet this turn, so I'll leave a red left. And now we get to draw cards from the top of our deck, and we lose life equal to their casting cost. Well, we're looking for a tutor or a wish. Alright, wish. Just wish. We can just keep drawing until we hit 4 life. Alright, so we're at 4 life, and there's an Empty the Warrens in our deck, so we don't want to do that anymore. So he should be dead at this point. We go land. We can even cantrip a couple of times. No, so we go Rite of Flame. Petal, petal, LED. And Storm is way more than enough at this point, right? We cast... Thank you, cutie. So... Oh, come on, Magic Online. So we cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay. I was pretty sure we were well over lethal. Engage control. Crack this for black. And now we get tendrils and cast tendrils and kill our opponent. Click same targets a bunch. I don't think we even board in this matchup. Maybe like 1 card. Alright. So, for sideboarding notes for people that aren't aware, Bryant Cook has this wonderful website here that we're using his notes for. So again, Shardless Bug. I'm supposed to board in the tendrils. That's interesting. Okay. So I'm supposed to plus Bayou, plus tendrils, minus Chrome Mox, minus empty. Okay. Alright. You're the master, Bryant. Listen to you. Oh, that's why we board in the tendrils, because he might bring in Meddling Mage. Okay, that makes sense, because if he Meddling Mages Burning Wish, we can still kill him this way. This hand's super reasonable. We've got Interaction, we've got Mana, we've got Tutors and Wish. We have Brainstorm to get a little selection here. That's pretty good. I'm going to start on Fetch Underground Sea, Duress. Casey has a Hymn to Torok. It is in fact a pizza roll. He's surgicaling my polluted deltas. All right. Yeah, it's something to do with how OBS interacts with the Windows VM. Jake's Field with the $6.66 donation. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was wondering why yet another person was surgicaling our fetch land, but this makes sense. Wasteland's actually pretty good against our hand, especially since we're down 3 lands in our deck. We might have to actually, like, pedal Brainstorm next turn if we brick off. His hand, did he mulligan? Chose to play join, keeps their hand. His hand does not seem like a keep. That seems ambitious at best. Yeah, I think this is a play pedal Brainstorm turn. Can I play out my whole hand here? We can go put these 2 on top of the deck. And then Shardless normally plays 2 Wastelands. They don't play 4, but they play some to tag utility lands. Huh, what am I supposed to do here? Red mana's the choke point with this hand right now. We could put back Burning Wish and Brainstorm and then Ponder. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put back Burning Wish, Brainstorm, and then Pedal Ponder. And if this Ponder hits like LED or Pedal or something like that, it could be. Dark Ritual does it, right? So we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Nope. Do not shuffle. He's only drawn 1 card we don't know about. And if it's a counterspell, it's a counterspell. But this is definitely our best opening, I think. He concedes. All right. See Pikachu on screen there. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate the support. Look at that. We're on the board. We won a match. Shardless Bug is a good matchup for Storm, generally speaking. So let's queue up another. You can find some of my old... That was back when I was writing on the Meadery. You can probably find some links on there. because I like the utility and toolbox that Test provides. Burning Wish offers utility that Ant just doesn't have. This deck's also a little bit faster on average, and getting under Chalices and Trinispheres and Sphere of Resistances is important with the Eldrazi deck. The Meadery no longer has paid content producers, so I still use some of their free services like their deck. I'm actually wearing a Meadery shirt right now because it just happens to be the one I grabbed out of the closet this morning. But the content that I write is now on MTG Card Market every week, which is also a great group of people. And they buy and sell Magic cards. You can use the discount code listed below the stream to get a discount on singles you buy from their site. Insert sponsor plug here. The audio cutting out is intentional, by the way. I am eating some dinner here in hour number 8 of the stream, and don't want to make you listen to me chew. Alrighty, on the play for the last one. That hand's not awful. I'm a sucker for probe therapy. Tess is a faster Storm deck that plays utility in the form of Burning Wish. Ant plays more cantrips and relies heavily on just tutors. You want to Google search around for some more specific answer than that. But basically, Tess plays Burning Wish and Right in Flame, and Ant plays Cabal Therapy and more cantrips. Just started playing games. I'll have an article go up on MTG Card Market next week about the different decks that I'm working on in New Standard, so look for that there. Someone asked why I play SCG events almost exclusively instead of WotC events, and it's just the SCG events, the money to player ratio is just better there. Like, the open pay total cash purse less than GPs, but the player to cash ratio at those events is much more favorable. All right, well, his hand doesn't really do anything. All right, Infernal Tutor. Do I even want to Cabal Therapy him? I don't think I do. I think I want to just, play this Bloodstained Mire out and pass, right? Yeah, I think I'm just Mire pass here. One thing that's worth noting is we do actually have to kill our opponent with Tendrils because Crop Rotation gets Tabernacle, which kills all of our goblins. Yeah, the Burning Wish is the biggest. Burning Wish Rite of Flame is the biggest difference, which is worth highlighting. Can lose to a quick Merit Leech. That's fair. Okay, well, I already passed, so I could have fetched Swamp and done that. Not very likely. It requires a lot, to say the least. Alright, so he drew Rishan Import for the turn. So this is worse than drawing a wasteland, or drawing. So he's gonna port one of my lands. Yeah, it's gonna get and then he's gonna wasteland me. Yeah, I think that's fine. He probably should have taken the exploration away. Right, Ryan is right as usual. Alright. Majuka Bog, sure. So we're looking for Dark Ritual here. LED doesn't do it because the Ad Nauseam is in our hand.
Need a nap?
Do I want to just Burning Wish? I guess I could take away his crop rotation. Yeah, I'm just going to take away his crop rotation. Lets him get a Wasteland or a combo piece. Molten Vortex, sure. I didn't crack the fetch in response to the port because the only basic land in our deck was already in my hand, and we don't have a lot of fetchable land, so I'd much rather he Wasteland my fetch than he Wasteland one of my mana-producing lands. I try to always mute my mic when I eat. This port's actually kind of annoying. So we're gonna get ported during upkeep here. One, two, three, four, five. Opponent's dead. He does. We do have to be aware of the fact that he can activate Molten Vortex, but other than that, we're doing pretty good. So we need to stop a little bit higher than we normally would life total wise. 9. All right, so we have to stop at 4. Alright, we have to stop at 4, because if we hit a 2-drop, he'll kill us with the Molten Vortex. Is this enough to get him, though? We go Petal, Ritual, LED, LED, Tutor, Crack, LEDs in response, get other Tutor for Burning Wish for Tendrils kill you. Okay, yeah, so he's dead. So we do this. We do this. We do this. We do not have an island in the list. That is correct. If we had an island, we'd have cracked the fetch and response. There's only a swamp. So, right, do I even need to cast this do I need to cast a discard spell to pad it, right? This is 9 mana altogether. I don't, right? Because this is Storm 8. The Burning Wish is Storm 9. Okay. Engage control. Crack this for black. Crack this for red. Hit OK. Get Burning Wish. We know his last card's a Tranquil Thicket. We know his last card's a Tranquil Thicket from our last discard spell. Get Tendrils. Tendrils him for Xaxes. right, sweet. Let's look at what Mr. Cook has to say about sideboarding, lands. Minus Cabal Therapy, minus Duress, minus Empty, plus Bayou, plus Hercules, plus Decay. Okay, that makes complete sense. So we're going to get rid of all the discard, basically, and just have reactive disruption. Okay. I like it. Hercules Recall also randomly bounce Mox Diamonds too, which is sweet. This hand's probably not good enough. I guess it technically casts Abrupt Decay. I think we have to mulligan this. The fact this hand's actually very good, except the Ad Nauseam is in our hand. The fact that the Ad Nauseam's in our hand means we can't crack LED in response to Infernal Tutor and go get Ad Nauseam. I think this is a mulligan. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan this. This hand's okay. It's a little weak to a quick hate card, but I think I just want more mana. I have a Burning Wish in my hand already. I think we're looking for mana and ways to interact with hate cards. We don't have Passive Flames in the main deck. You potentially Brainstorm. Yeah, and that's definitely a good line. Like, if that hand had a Brainstorm in it, it would have been phenomenal. All right, Mox Diamond's his best start. His 12-hour stream is from the last goal. That is correct. The uptime is incorrect because the uptime is currently incorrect because Twitch vomited. We've been up for about 8 hours now. There's just a petition in the board. So how much mana does this hand have? You got a crop rotation. Chromox is so miserable in multiples when you actually draw it. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need Modern. We can't play Modern on Magic Online right now. They replaced it with Eldrazi. We're going to play Modern as soon as we get our format back in April. So I think we just Burning Wish for Dark Petition here. That seems super reasonable. I'm going to imprint Right in Flame and then crack this for a Swamp, I think. Yeah, and I'm going to Burning Wish for Right in Flame. Imprint the other box for colorless. Yep, Chromox is... It has to have a color, right? No, it has to just be non-artifact. Yeah, non-artifact, non-land. So... Cord, we've got some sweet cards from Scars of Innistrad, Shadows over Innistrad. I'm excited to give those a test. So he's going to get to port our Swamp here. Someone asked about Standard. Standard, if there aren't any more Standard events in this current Standard format, so we are just... This is a very good draw opponent. Ugh. Ugh. Kinda wish I would have gotten Underground Sea so we could cast cantrips. Hopefully they unban something. I think there's definitely room for them to unban as well as ban here in this next cycle. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ancestral Visions come off. They said they didn't want to do it at the same time they banned. They banned Twin, but now that Twin's been out for a cycle, we might see it. Opponent's hand is Loam Crop Rotation. He's just going to port us here. It's unfortunate that this Rite of Flame is gone. We didn't imprint the Wish because we probably need to wish for a Void Snare to get rid of this Sphere of Resistance to start going off. We can't go off while this Sphere is in play. So probably not winning this game. He gets to port us, and then the next turn he can crop rotate for his other piece. Well, now that we naturally drew the Ad Nauseam, we could run through the Sphere, yeah. All right. I'm just gonna. I guess we're not dead for 2 more turns. The wasteland probably means we're just out of it, though. Hopefully, we'll just like kill him turn 1 on the play this next game. Well, I suppose during my upkeep here, we can have 6 mana during my next upkeep, and then go off with Ad Nauseam and like draw a bunch of cards. It's going well. 8 hours in. This is gonna be the last match of Magic for the evening, and then we're gonna switch over and battle some Hex. I'm excited to get some more reps in with the Sapphire Ruby Azure Cannon deck. He's wastelanding my thing. All right. Well, now we're gonna fetch. If he has another wasteland, he has. Oh, he has loam, right? No, he didn't dredge loam. Oh, we'll get underground. See. He just wants to port both my lands during my upkeep. That's fair. So right, this is 4, 5, 6 mana. Ad Nauseam cost 6. Oh, that doesn't work, right? I'm 1 short, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm 1 short. I'm a big old idiot. It's 5 mana. Yeah, this isn't +2. Oh man, that scale of 1 to not bad. That's definitely on a scale of 1 to not bad. Hex definitely has a smaller viewer base than Magic. That is completely correct. Usually I have somewhere between 150 and 200 people when we stream Hex. It's probably a little high. Somewhere between 100 and 150. But that number consistently grows. The game has a lot of room for growth for sure. It's a lot of fun. He's wastelanding me. Okay. This is a good play on his part. So the things I put under these Chrome Moxes ended up punishing me quite a bit because we drew the Ad Nauseam, which is only one of in the deck, so I don't think we're supposed to make our decisions assuming we're going to draw the one of Ad Nauseam. I just drew the Dark Depths. All right. Yeah, I always talk about why we're playing the things we do and stuff like that. And if you have any questions about cards, we can always talk about what things do. Hex I describe basically as Magic Plus. It has very similar mechanics, and it does, in addition to those mechanics, it does some extra things that you can only do in a digital-only card game. So that article's been linked a couple times, the intro to Hex Constructed for Magic Players. You can check that out. It talks about, if you read this intro to Hex Constructed for Magic Players, you'll know the basics of what's going on. It's also a free download, and you get 200 cards to play the free campaign mode with just for making an account. So if you have some time, feel free to. You can just install it and give it a try yourself. But we're going to stream some of the PvP Constructed, which is similar to Magic tournaments, where you can play tournaments where you win prizes and pay entry fees to play in, etc., etc. This hand is kind of medium. It's a little soft to a wasteland. It's got a lot of mana, though. Hey, I'm going to keep this. I think this is fine on the play. On the draw, I think I'd throw this back, but I think this is keepable on the play. Opponent kept 7, so hopefully it doesn't just, like, turn 1 sphere us here. All of these seem reasonable. Yeah, and I'm going to probe him on 1 here in case he plays a turn 1 Sphere of Resistance. Does not have turn 1 Sphere, but has Duress and Thoughtseize in his deck. Okay. Duress and Thoughtseize are very good. I guess I'm really glad we didn't mulligan now, because now he has to choose between like, oh, he's playing Exploration into Misty Rainforest. Discard spell. Okay, that makes sense. It's possible I was supposed to put the Dark Ritual under the Chrome Mox before he Thoughtseize me, or hopefully I think he's just going to take a cantrip, because then we have Abrupt Decay on top of our deck, and this will give us 1, 2, 3 mana to Abrupt Decay the Sphere of Resistance next turn. Thanks, Twitch Step Boy. I appreciate you checking out my YouTube content. For anyone that's watching, if you missed any of this stream, we played a bunch of Pauper earlier. We fumbled around with some Dredge. We played this deck. All of my stream archives get uploaded to my YouTube channel, which you find a link to below the stream. So if you ever miss part of a stream or all of a stream, you can find the archive there. Usually gets posted within the next day. Larynx, the Azure Cannon deck I've been playing is card for card, the list that someone played at the 100K Invitational. I'm assuming it's just like for an extra removal spell. It's been fine to draw on average a lot of the time. I think I'm not even sure why the Mastery of Time is in the board. That's not good for us. I guess we get to ponder here. Actually, we get to brainstorm, right? So we probably want to throw this Chrome Mox away. 2 Abrupt Decays, okay. So I really don't want the Right Inflame and the Abrupt Decay. Yeah, I think that's right. I'm going to bin these 2. I guess the Burning Wish is redundant with the Infernal Tutor. So maybe put back Burning Wish, Decay, and then crack Ponder, and then play Chrome Mox out after. Although if I'm playing Chrome Mox out, I need one of these 2 guys to put underneath it probably. Yeah, I think I'm going to put these 2 back, and then... Yeah, there's like one random one in the sideboard that doesn't seem like it's very good. Petal, 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 Right Inflame. These all seem okay, right? Although we really want cards that make more than 1 mana. Yeah, I'm gonna shuffle these. We want mana, but we want like LEDs and Dark Rituals. Freed Fox. That should be fixed now. I'm no longer uploading them in 15-minute chunks. Oh, right. He has a Duress that we know about. This was sloppy. We knew he had the Duress. Yeah, and now he gets to take the Abrupt Decay. Yeah, he has the Duress that we knew about. I don't know where my head went. I think everything I did there was fine, knowing about the Duress, and I should have just, like, played the Lion's Eye Diamond out. Yeah, I think this was all fine, and I should have just played the LED out. That was my mistake. There's good arguments for like all of these cards for him to be taking, so I think I want LED the most, so I should have yeah, he took the LED. I think I wanted LED the most, so I think I should have just played that out last turn. Burning Wish. Yeah, I guess we're just passing the turn back. I just do Constructed on Hex. Just pretty much like Magic, I just focus on Constructed. Ugh, we're gonna lose to lands. That's so sad. Billy, I should have just, like, that whole last turn was a mess because I wasn't playing around the fact that I knew he had a Duress in his hand. Like, the whole turn was a mess because I didn't play around a Duress. I was focused on beating the Sphere of Resistance, and it was just completely missed it in my own mind that we knew he had a Duress in his hand. So everything I did that turn was wrong, considering we knew he had a Duress. So now we're just like hoping he bricks off long enough for us to find mana to tutor. I definitely, and like, he took the Lion's Eye Diamond away from us, and then he probably would have taken either he would have had to take the Decay or the Tutor, and if he took the Tutor, we'd still have an LED in play with this Burning Wish, like... He's going to get to Thespian Stage his port this turn, too. And just start double porting us. You know, was I supposed to tutor for a Delta there? I think maybe I was supposed to tutor for a Delta there. Yeah, I think I messed that up. I think I was supposed to play Infernal Tutor for Polluted Delta this turn. Another Thespian Stage, so a third port. Great. Burning Wish doesn't do anything, right? God, I wish this card could get rituals. That would be so much better. I definitely should have tutored for a Delta last turn. GG's opponent. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to wrap it up for terms of Magic. We're going to change over to playing some Hex TCG for the remainder of the stream. So if you're just here for the Magic, I'd like to say